The least she could do was give them free tea and cake. Enid rubbed her hands together. That's all right, at least it's warm in here. She looked around her before turning to her friend. We mustn't forget to tell that young soldier over there that we're proud and they're all doing a good job protecting us. They need to know we're behind them every step of the way. After all, they're laying their lives on the line for our king and country. Enid glanced back at Joyce. I was reading in the paper about that Zeppelin raid on Sandringham. These are scary times. Joyce dropped her pencil on the counter and tucked a stray strand of brown hair behind her ear. I've heard customers talking about it. She paused. I'm not sure I even know what a Zeppelin is. Enid shrugged before giving Joyce a bleak look. I think it's like a giant hot air balloon, only it carries bombs and people. Joyce shook her head. It's frightening, and you can't help wondering what can come of it except death and destruction. She automatically adjusted the frilled straps of the bib to her treasured knee-length white apron. Her slender fingers sought her embroidered name in the corner, which her mother had lovingly stitched before she had unexpectedly passed away with tuberculosis. Would she be disappointed if she knew Joyce was a waitress in a cafe instead of the great cook she imagined she would be? That dream had died with her mother. Had she made the right decisions? Had she felt she had a choice? Joyce sighed. What did it matter? It all seemed a lifetime ago now. She glanced over where the soldier was sitting, holding his girl's hand. Would Simon finally do what his friends had already done? She hoped not. Shaking her head, she deftly slid the cake knife under the slice of homemade Victoria sponge. A customer caught her attention. I won't be a moment, sir. The wooden chair creaked as Enid unbuttoned her long black coat. You rushed off your feet, ain't you, lovey? Joyce nodded. After picking up the tea plate and cake fork, she weaved between the tables and then carefully placing the items in front of the young woman. She walked over to the man who had caught her attention earlier and she pasted on her best smile. Yes, sir. I'm sorry about the wait. What can I get you? Just the bill, the elderly man scowled. You should get some help in. Nodding, Joyce's tiredness engulfed her. I'll do your bill right away, sir. As she carried on, there was a thud of something hitting the floor. Joyce looked down to try to see what it was. It was just visible under a chair. Her throat tightened, and tears threatened to make a fool of her as she stooped down and scooped up her locket. She sucked in her breath and examined the gold chain. A link had broken. Joyce blinked quickly. Her chest tightened. She would never be able to afford to get it repaired. Joyce took a couple of breaths before walking over to the counter and carefully placing it on the side where she could see it. Her eyes were sore and red with unshed tears. The man startled Joyce. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but I need to pay my bill. No, sir, it should be me who's sorry. She found his ticket and totted up the hot drinks and the egg sandwiches he'd had. The man studied her for a moment. It's obvious you're busy, and I shouldn't be taking my bad day out on you. Joyce forced a smile. Thank you, but I shouldn't have kept you waiting. The man handed her a silver florin. Thank you, sir, 2 shillings. I'll just get your change. Keep it. You deserve it. He turned to walk away but stopped to look back. By the way, I don't know where you get your bread from, but it's delicious. Joyce smiled as pride welled up inside her. She silently gave thanks to her mother. Thank you, that's most generous of you. She watched him as the bell chimed and again when the door closed, bringing her back to reality. There was a chink of coins as Joyce took the change from the till and dropped it in the jar next to it. Right, Enid, let me clear the table, then it's all yours. Thank you, lovey. Joyce loaded the tray with the used crockery and cutlery. She placed the salt and pepper pots on the chair before giving the table a thorough wipe-over and placing them back in the centre of the table. That's lovely. So we'll just have our usual tea and toast, please. Joyce jerked at Enid's voice behind her. Oh, sorry,